What I did, I had this life with him. He was a wonderful boyfriend, and to tell him thank you for being a great relationship with me, being my boyfriend when we were 49. Also, I'm gonna say to him, he was a great boyfriend. He was a love in my life, and I'm still gonna tell him he was wonderful boyfriend and sexy and hot. The only thing that I love him that he had this great relationship. It was all his life that he'd been together with me. Because when I took care of him, he took care of me. Also, his life is between me and him. And he was saying is that it's between me and him, love each other when we're 49. Because he might remember our life, that we're men and women who are going to be getting married till we're 49. And he might remember that our relationship it's been together, and also he's going to say to me is that I was the only one taking care of him, and what he remember in his life is that his relationship is going to go to a man and a woman thing, and when he has his relationship, he's going to give me a hug and kiss to marry me, and he's going to give me a hug. Also, he wants to say thank you for being my girlfriend. Misty Parker, thank you for being there with me. And also, he wants to say thank you to me because he wants to say thank you to me about what I took care of him, and he took care of me, excuse me. Also, he wants to take care of me because he wants to be a great boyfriend and be a responsible adult who take care of me, and um he wants to have this God. Jesus is going to say, you guys better get married until you guys 49. Jesus says you better do this. Or Jesus is going to say you better do it now. And if things happen to you guys' parents, always just know that you got to take care of each other. That's what God's going to say to me, is that God's going to say that to me right now. If Jesus is going to say that to now, because that's how Jesus is going to say it to us. And Jesus might say it to me, you, is that because the Bible is going to say that to us, that Jesus is going to say that we better take care of ourselves, we better have a great boyfriend and girlfriend thing, and because that's our relationship, that when we get married, someday you're going to be saying that to me when we're married. You'll be like, well, we'll have this cross between us, like like if we were married, we would have a cross like between us. It's because we might have a cross between us, and someday we would have invited our whole family, and we would have invited our whole family in the wedding, and we could have do that, and we could have our relationship, and we would have fun in my room all the time. We would have fun together. Being in the Bible, it's going to say it to you, is that if you remember, is that this is between our hearts, and because sounds like our relationship. We can hug, we can kiss whatever we want to, and because I know to tell you about what Bible is, and someday he's going to say it to you, is that if he remember, is that if the Bible is going to say, if he remember what you said, is that when he's going to say to me, is that Jesus is going to say, well, we will have this life, we'll have enjoy our family, we want to enjoy our whole family in the wedding, and we want to enjoy them, and we want to just take care of them, like we're taking care of our life, like we can have a great Misty and AJ life together, and because I want to tell you about what you did with me. You were having a wonderful time with me at bowling, and you did had a wonderful life with me when I was being your girlfriend the whole life. And what would happen is that I can remember when we have our relationship. What we could do is talks about our hearts. We would have talked about our marriage. We would have talked about our relationship, and because someday when we're married, I wanted to give you a hug and a kiss to marry you, because someday I was the only in your love your life who always takes care of you because after Blackie died, and he was your special dog he ever had for you, and I'm the only girlfriend who takes care of you in your room, and you took care of me. You know, the only responsible adults you are. It's the crazy young adults who could take care of me when we're out bowling, and or if you're in my house every weekend, or you're out with your group, or if I'm the only one who's hanging out with the whole world. And because we took care of by your music. And someday, if we were married, we would have had this life together. And someday we would have it together. We would be a great relationship. Someday we would have our own man and women relationship. It's called when we have this man and women relationship. It's called just take care of each other. And what would happen is our life is going to say, you know, maybe you two should get married. You guys is 49, and you guys better remember you guys' relationship. What the Jesus is gonna say is that you guys better had a wonderful life together. And like in my room, you had fun in here, listening music, and it was wonderful that you hung out with me with my nephew's birthday parties, and I'm always hanging out at your house with you, and it was pretty fun. And also, I want to tell you that I love you when we're 49 from like 20 years ago. And because the last 20 years ago, I remember, like at Warrentac, you might remember a long time ago, we hung out at Warrentac. And because our friend might remember that we do that. And I think this is how like our relationship, like I can just remember how our life, we can have happy life. And you're a great monkey bud, and you're a great chicken butt too, because I can know about your dog Blackie died. He might would have said rough rough in the heaven, and one day he's gonna say that because someday, you know, when you came here every weekend, like we go to the dance, you were driving me nuts, like when you used to go to dance. And like I always loved hanging out your room. I did loved it. And I did love hanging out with you in my room, in your room. And or you're out, you know, out of the group. And that's because that's my relationship that I've been your girlfriend. Because if you could see me, I look like I'm the only one is your best girlfriend. That's because I'm the only best girlfriend who is the love of your life. Is that because I am the only woman who took care of you. You took care of me. It's the only best that I am because you might remember